Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week, and I got 7 new comics. Pretty big week for me. Here are the freebies. Let's see a little comic shop news. Who was that? Faith Dreamside? Oh, I guess that's the Valiant Comics Faith. Yep, Valiant goes one step beyond. Incursion. Maybe that takes place after the Harbinger Wars one that's going on now. I don't know. But it's comic shop news. It's got comic shop news in it, plus some Spider-Man comics. You know the drill. I get this every week, at least every week that it's there. Some weeks get skipped. And look at this freebie. Tony Stark, Iron Man, the many armors of Iron Man. I don't know what this is. I didn't even look through it there. Oh, I guess it's just designs from the new Iron Man comic. Artist Valerio Shitty. Shitty is his name? That's a little funny. Iron Man, Hulkbuster armor, undersea armor. There you go. Fantastic Four #1. Nothing exciting in the freebies this week, but there they are. And our first comic is the Unbettable Vark. I guess that's our Hulk cover homage, but you know what? When he can't actually draw, I mean, Dave Sim can't draw anymore because he's got some sort of nerve pain in his wrist, so all these are done cut and paste. So I guess that's the best you're gonna do with a cover homage when you've only got so many cut and pastes to work with. Dude, is he man or woman, or is he both? If I remember right, one of the reveals somewhere in the middle or end of Cerebus was both man and woman. He had the organs of each, the reproductive organs of each somewhere in his body. This is last Wednesday of every month we get one of these. Oh, look, it's all Hulk jokes. And it's comic strips about Cerebus in hell with Virgil and Dante, made up of Cerebus paste outs and cutouts from 19th century woodcuts. I like it. I find it funny. It's actually a good comic strip. If you like sort of, I don't even know what to call it. Oh, look, the arm on the cover is finished by the arm of my drawing and makes his arm even longer. There's a nice visual pun for you. But anyway, Cerebus, last Wednesday of every month, there's a new Cerebus #1. Outcast, issue number 36. Kirkman, Azaceta, and Brightweiser. And here are our bad guys who have taken over our whatever weird alternate dimension space aliens they are. We found out what they were about 5 or 6 issues ago. And they've taken over this town. They've taken over the people in the town. I guess they're a sort of invasion of the body snatchers type people. But I guess they don't turn you into pod people. They just take over your body. And they've got a whole bunch of men in an armed confrontation with Outcast and our dude. He doesn't want this. We don't want to spoil it too much. Kirkman's other book that I buy. I didn't buy, what was that? Oblivion Song. So my Kirkman books, Invincible's gone, so I'm down to 2 Kirkman books, Outcast and Walking Dead. I enjoy them both. Outcast, what was it? Oblivion Song. I read the first issue. It was okay, but I don't think thought I needed another Kirkman book. But I'll stick with this one. I've stuck with it for 36 issues. So Outcast, 36. Why am I putting it down? I don't have to put it down yet. I have to turn off the camera and then put it down. Hold on a second. And next is Killer Be Killed number 20. I don't even want to open this one up to spoil anything. Sleepy Reader has said that there's lots of, there's been quite a few tips of the hat or homages or clues that this has some connection to Spider-Man or is his version of Spider-Man throughout the 20 issues. And I've missed every single one of those clues. I've noticed kind of no real mentions of the Spider-Man. I don't know why. But this one, of course, I get. This cover is a Spider-Man No More. I don't remember if it was a cover or a last page. Let's see, the Garbage Can one was the last page of a book. So I think this was a Spider-Man No More cover. But either way, I guess this wraps up the Spider-Man homages that I missed in this book. Killer Be Killed, issue number 20 of 20. And here we go with The Wicked and the Divine, issue number 37 we're up to. Wow, last issue was a lot of the Wicked and Divine through time stuff, showing us the final battle of all dozens of Wicked and the Divines throughout the... What is with these blank page? What is that? What is that? There's nothing happening all these years. 3111, 30. I don't even want to look at that. Oh my goodness, that. Oh, that is just so dumb. If there's more of that in this book, I'm just going to scream. So I don't want to open it up now. But big battle. I think this is our last year of The Wicked and the Divine. There's got to be less than 12 issues left, maybe less than 10. But it's all building to a climax, and it's coming. So wait for the end with me. And then we've got David Lapham's Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, issue number 36, and there is no end in sight for this one. I have no idea who that character is. Maybe we're getting a new character this issue. But they're all back in... Oh, that's nice and creepy. They're all back in Baltimore, where the story began. All our criminals. There's Monster. I guess we got a new character. At least I don't recognize that Rasta guy there with the dreadlocks. And there we have the Sunshine Gang. That was the fake Sunshine Gang logo, but now I guess they're back making the fake Sunshine Gang come alive again in Baltimore. And this Stray Bullets is so hard to describe. There's just crazy plot after crazy plot going on with these... mostly criminal element types, but they're low-level criminal elements, and they, draw the ire of sort of the slightly higher-up criminal elements, and they're running for their lives, and they're trying to pull scams, and it's all connected, but each issue is individual, so it's just such a fun ride, and there's such dark humor in it, so check out some Stray Bullets. And here is Saga 53. Is Doctor Doom in Saga? I swear that's Doctor Doom's glove right there, isn't it? And I was watching Ghost Critic's video today, and he accidentally opened up to the last page, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you some early pages. And he spoiled it for himself looking at the last page. I found that quite amusing. So we'll look at a couple of pages inside, because I'd like to give you a little look at inside and see what the art is. I try not to spoil anything for myself or you, but we take our chances here on my channel when we look at the inside stuff. You never know what that guy in the iPhone might look like. They got iPhones showing pictures in this world, but 53 issues of Saga, and the story is still just going, and there's no real plot to Saga except two people on either sides of the world trying to, either sides of a war, an intergalactic or interstellar war, I guess, interplanetary war. I have no idea how many planets are involved in this war, but they're just trying to live their lives. And if people find out that the Wings and the Horns are having some romance, they'll get all upset. So they just keep on running. And our final book of the week is The Prisoner. What's it say down there? You're number 6, I am number 1, and this issue is a 9 out of 10. I have to say I really enjoyed the first 2 issues. I'm generally not much for licensed books, but this caught the spirit of the TV show so well. It's a modernization of it, and we've got a new number 6, I guess he is in there, and they're trying to break him, and he's trying to not get broken and trying to find his own answers to stuff. And the art's pretty nice. That face, what is he, some robot? I don't want to spoil any more of that. See, is there anything on the back? The Prisoner, these are just our pull quotes for The Prisoner. Superbly written and drawn. It's a strong debut issue. Like the iconic human chess game that will be associated with the show, the pieces are on the board and ready for their opening moves. Top comics to buy this week. I enjoyed the first 2 issues a whole lot. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy this third one. So if you've never read The Prisoner, read the first 3 issues. If you've seen the Prisoner TV show, give it a look, because it's a pretty good successor to The Prisoner. Better than the DC Comics ones from the late 80s, which was okay, But I think this does a better job of continuing the TV show. Finally, we'll give you some look at our background art, which is just some sort of random pencils and ink work from small pieces I did back in the early 2000s. Once again, undated, before I learned to date everything. That's the pencil over the initial little blue line sketch. And here's our black ink. Looks like I was going for just kind of a solid one weight black line there. And I actually think I did this in a twist of events. You can see the blue line. I drew this marker first. Well, you got a little white out there over the marker. I didn't usually do that. And then I drew this over the marker drawing, I think. Or maybe not. They could be two different attempts at the same drawing. I think they are. I think because that belt is completely different than this ink belt. So I must have just attempted this two different times. One in pencil and one straight in marker. Good. No idea why. But I believe I eventually made that into a painting. I don't even remember. Could have been a print too. One or the other. But either way, little look at some working drawings in pencil and working drawings in ink. So you guys have a good week out there.